diminished team, they certainly know what they're doing.
All right, I better jump off. Thanks for having me, Maddie.
Thank you, and speak to you soon. Kenny, take over, please. There you go, hopefully it wasn't too painful. We're checking out for the next event. It's going to be the C2 men over 1,000 meters. And we have Coletta and Grabowski. They haven't much experience, or we're looking at the records. They haven't been really racing together. They did a lot individually. But you can't say the same to these two, Ben Russell and Gabi Bushner-Sevigny. Obviously, Ben used to... Gabi used to race with Ben's brother in the Olympics a few years ago. Good to have Turkey in this event. They haven't got a huge team, but it's great to see them coming through. Looking for France, Huguet and Bart. They've been together quite a bit at the moment. Obviously a bit of a different size differential, but we'll see how they come together at the moment. Kaminski and Kudla, the second Polish pair. Again, they're mixing them up a lot, Poland, at the moment, so it'll be interesting to see what their tactics are. And China, I don't know a great deal about this pair. It'll be interesting to discover. And obviously, Pregel and Sierra, a young team, they had to go through the semi-finals, but let's see how they come on. And Hungary, again, have another... Well, they can put out teams all day. Good morning, Kenny.
Good morning.
So it's 1,000 meters, it's racing. How are you on your canoe racing?
Yeah, it's hard for us to call the canoe guys. It's always good to see. We don't have too many canoeists in Australia. So coming over to World Cups and seeing these guys here, we see some very familiar faces. So it's always good to see them out racing and going hard. But yeah, 1,000 meters in a C2, it's not easy.
So let's take them from an actual racing perspective. That's the information we'd like to get you from today. Well, in lane number 8, the Spaniards have certainly gone out quicker than anyone else. Will they be able to keep this pace going through that race?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. The Spaniards seem to be, they're always fast in no matter what boat they are in. K1, K2, C1, C2, they're always fast out of the block. So it'll be interesting to see whether they can hold on to some of the more experienced crew. So yeah, it'll be hard for them. But with these tailwind conditions, if you are fast out of the blocks, you can tend to drag that start out a little bit longer.
And with obviously David Cowell, who's put down a great legacy for Spanish canoeing. He's just recently announced his retirement. That must have been inspired a lot of these youngsters coming through. At the moment, it looks like, well, we know that Kaminski and Kudla from Poland have started to slightly pull away in lane number 7.
Yeah, it's still a long race, but they look like they're very controlled. They're going long strokes. So yeah, they do look controlled. They look great out there at the moment. So, and Poland has a very big canoe training regime as such there. So they keep just pumping out canoes. Them and Canada, I find.
Absolutely. Close up of them. They came, was it last result that I had for them in the World Cup in Szeged last year? They put on a 5th performance. So they seem to be really mixing and matching them here. Over halfway, and there's still 5 boats in the race at the moment.
Yeah, just going through the halfway mark there. There seems to be, there are 5 boats still in the race. It still will be a tight race, I think, towards the end here. As who's got the legs on them to carry through this third 250 metres is always going to be tough no matter what boat you're in. The finish is over and you've got to get past the halfway mark. Once you get there, you kind of through your head psychologically. You think, oh, geez, I've got to do that all over again.
Well, so far we have Poland, Afolo, and at the top of your picture in the white tip boat, it's France who are still holding in there. Interesting to see in the red T-shirts or the red shirts in the middle of your picture, Canada. Are they holding back because they have fast finishes, or are they really giving it their all?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Like that, I think they're in a good position to come back from. Whether they've gone out too slow or gone out too hard, I'm not too sure. But they are still in a very doable position to win from. So yeah, we're coming up to 200 metres to go, and it's still a 4 or 5 horse race here.
France up slightly pulling ahead, but as you mentioned, there's 4 boats in it. We have Poland. Canada now making a move, coming back in the middle of your picture. But France are moving to half a boat length ahead, with Spain still in the actual race. Well, we're coming down to the last 150 metres. And it's looking to hit 2-horse race here.
France, whether they can hold on or not, it's coming down really close with Poland.
France against Poland. We're now in the last 50 metres to go. And France look like they decided to want to take the race. In fact, they take it rather easily. They take it about half a boat length from Poland that led most of the race. Delighted with themselves, giving themselves a traditional tap on the back of the hand.
For a 1,000-metre race, that was very tight between first and fifth, basically. It's good to see a really tight racing this early on in the year.
Well, they're not completely youngsters. We have Mathieu Brunet, who is 31 years old in the bow. He's a fireman, and Adrien Barr, who's 23 years old. In the Europeans, 2 weeks ago, they came sixth together. In the Worlds in 2014, they again came sixth together, so it's great to see them making their mark. They first competed internationally that I have the results for, which was back in 2011. So they're making a lot of finals, but I say they're not probably one of the world beaters at the moment, but they've won the race today by a good half a boat length. So in the last 100 metres, they did a Kenny special almost.
Yeah, they seem to control the race from the start. They race their own race as such, and with a strong finish out there, that tailwind, they obviously didn't go out too hard, but they made sure they were in the race, and then they timed it perfectly to come home and win by half a boat.
Well, that's good. Just briefly about yourself, we've been asking you to come in, but it's the first time you haven't been racing, I believe you told me the other day, on a Sunday since 2005.
Yeah, it's very interesting to not have been racing. I feel like I've cheated myself only doing 2 races this weekend.
Well, the results are coming out, and official. France, 33 minutes 33.908. Poland second. Canada, they've came back. We didn't talk about them much, but they've managed to hang on to take a medal, which is great for them.